Monday night, the Denver Nuggets won their first title in franchise history, beating the Miami Heat in 5 games, just like I predicted. I just want to talk about that real quick, touch on a few key players, and talk about what's next for the Nuggets. Let's jump straight into it. Two things before we get started. First off, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the notification bell so you can know about everything going on with the channel. Secondly, shout out to Forever Dangerous Apparel for providing me with the hoodie that I got on today. I'm gonna leave the Instagram in the description and below in the video so you can hit them up, get you some gear. Shout out to my boy Els, man. Keep doing your thing. First off, I would like to give a shout out to the Miami Heat. You had a great playoff run. Ended in the finals. You stole a game from the Nuggets, which was great. Some people thought that the Miami Heat were going to get swept, but I had them winning at least one game. Shout out to the Heat for that. Great season. They'll probably be back next year, making even more noise. Next, I want to talk about Coach Mike Malone. Shout out to Coach Mike Malone, man. First championship has been in the NBA under being an assistant coach and being a head coach for the past few years. He is a great coach, well-deserved championship, probably will not be his only championship. He has a great relationship with the guys over in Denver, and they honestly play very hard for him. And it's very nice to see a coach who has a nice track record, has been doing his thing for years, finally get that first ring, get that chip off his shoulder. Shout out to Coach Mike Malone for that. Shout out to some of those key players on the Nuggets. Bruce Brown, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Michael Porter Jr., even the rookie Christian Braun stepped up when he was needed. Those are the type of guys that you really need in order to win a championship. Bruce Brown is probably going to end up getting paid this summer in free agency because a lot of his productivity were things that you don't always see on the stat sheet. What I noticed from Bruce Brown in Game 5, some of those offensive rebounds and putbacks he had were clutch. So clutch. Very well needed at the time that he was doing it. Michael Porter Jr., even though some games his shot was off, he was still aggressive and looking to shoot. You need those type of things. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, we know he's a shooter and he's a defensive mechanism for the Nuggets. That came up big for them. Christian Braun had a game where he scored over 20 points in the finals as a rookie. That's major for him too, because not only did he just win his first championship as a rookie, he's also coming off of a championship in college just last year in 2022. So shout out to those guys, man. Those are 4 of the guys I was really paying attention a lot to throughout the finals, just on the sense of role players and key players that have to step up in order for the championship to be won. And all of those guys stepped up. So most definitely shout out to them. This next person that I'm going to acknowledge, I'm very proud of him based off of the things that he's been through in the past few seasons with injuries and things like that. I'm talking about Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray, to me, has solidified himself as a top 5 point guard in the NBA after this playoff run that he just had. He averaged a double-double in the finals with 22 points a night and 10 assists a night. Usually, Nikola Jokic is leading the team in assists. So Jamal Murray really stepped up his facilitating and his defense a lot in this finals run. And I feel like for NBA fans and people that watch the game of basketball, I feel like he truly woke people up to his real skill set and what he's really about. Jamal Murray now top 5 point guard in the NBA. Hate it, love it, it doesn't matter. He's proved it. He's a champion. Shout out to Jamal Murray, man. Keep going, man. I honestly love Jamal Murray's game. He's definitely one of my favorite point guards, one of my favorite guys to watch in the entire NBA. So happy for him that he won his championship, man. Keep going. Now, the last player that I want to discuss, I'm pretty sure y'all know who I'm about to talk about. Big Honey, Nikola Jokic. Big shout out to him. 2-time MVP. Now he's a champion, a finals MVP. He's solidified himself. He has finally solidified himself. He's got the one thing that most people have been waiting for him to get, an NBA championship. And he's done it. Led the team in every major statistic, actually led the entire playoffs. First time ever it's been done. Led every player in the entire playoffs in all 3 major statistics: points, rebounds, and assists. Never been done before, but we just witnessed it. Shout out to Nikola Jokic. It's a major thing he just did. Also, the fact that he led Denver to their first title, that city is going to love him forever for that. Literally forever for that. And I'm just happy for him. Now, some people have been saying he's a top 5 center now. I don't think that's the case just yet. The 5 are still, in no order, the 5 are still Shaq, Kareem, Wilt, Bill Russell, and Hakeem Olajuwon. Those are still the top 5 centers in the NBA. Now, if Nikola Jokic maybe wins a couple more MVPs, couple more championships, that's a conversation we can have. But right now, I don't think Nikola Jokic is a top 5 center of all time in the NBA. One of the greats, but not yet top 5. He still got a little bit of work to do before he gets to that point. But I just want to give a huge shout out to Nikola Jokic. That winning that first championship, I'm sure, takes a lot of pressure off of you. And I definitely feel like this won't be his last championship, his first and his last. This won't be his last championship. I feel like he's capable of leading Denver to a few more championships. And I just feel like for him, this is major. Enjoy it. Go race your horses over in Serbia and come right back next season and do it again. Let's see it. Now time for the question of, do I think the Nuggets can repeat next year? My answer is simple. Hell yeah. They have a top 5 center. They have a top 5 point guard, one of the best supporting cast, one of the best coaches. Hell yeah, they can repeat. The only thing that I think can possibly happen as far as any changes with the team this summer, I definitely feel like Bruce Brown will possibly leave in free agency because after his playoff run, teams are going to be throwing a lot of money at him to play that backup point guard position because it's one of the most important positions in the entire NBA. But I definitely think if the Nuggets lose Bruce Brown, they'll replace him with somebody better, maybe just as good. It's just hard to find a nice backup point guard in the NBA who can produce the way Bruce Brown does. So that's the only thing I possibly see changing for the Nuggets. Overall, they're not going to switch the core up. They're not going to switch their coach up. They're not going to switch up the supporting cast. When you have the chemistry like that, after just winning the NBA championship, you don't ruin that by bringing in new guys the next season. Like I said, the only person I can see possibly leaving is Bruce Brown because he might get a nice bag thrown at him. Before I get out of here, I just want to give one more huge shout out to the Denver Nuggets, the city of Denver, Colorado, the whole state of Colorado. It's a major thing to watch a city in your state win a championship, celebrate that, embrace it, enjoy it. It doesn't happen for every city every year. Even with myself, I'm from Detroit. We've been waiting on the title to come here for the past 20 years, it seems like. So shout out to Denver, Colorado. Shout out to them. I hope the Nuggets come back next year, make a chance at repeating, possibly getting back-to-back championships. We haven't seen back-to-back champions since the 17 and 18 Warriors. So it'll be nice to see that next year. And I'm hoping that Nikola Jokic has the best time of his life over in Serbia, racing his horses, because that's all he's thinking about right now. So one more time, I just want to say shout out to the Nuggets. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share on the video. I'm out of here. Until next time, enjoy yourselves.